Brother Damon.
Assalamu alaikum, black man.
Wa alaikum salam, my brother.
And happy Father's Day, even though every day is Father's Day.
Max, thank you, my brother. And happy Father's Day to you as well, my good brother.
Thank you, brother. You know, it's sad but true. We hear Happy Mother's Day more than we hear Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, that's true.
And sad, I see on social media every year, women, black women.
Yeah.
I am the mother and father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I ran into that yesterday at the restaurant. It's just this white chick. She didn't have a real good situation with the one she had a child with, and she was like, "Well, I'm like mother and father." And I'm like, "It's like, are you saying like you have male and female parts?" But yesterday, I say this during Father's Day is, we're celebrating men, and because men are the fathers of humanity.
Come on.
Boy, and some women, they be like, oh! They don't like, some women do not like that. They don't like men getting celebrated.
Yeah, especially them strong, independent women.
Yeah.
And you could say that happened after basically World War I, when they started allowing women to work because men had to go to war. So they started taking manly jobs. And then, and at the time they had to fight for women's rights. So, that Me Too movement, I use the word, they're, how can I say it? Reverse sexist.
Oh, yeah.
And some of the women in the Me Too woman is lesbians. You want to be a man. Talk about Me Too. You too what? You too what? Are you a woman? You too a woman? Or you too a man? You know what I'm saying? You in a movement for women, but you trying to be a man.
Right.
That don't make no sense. That's what they call an oxymoron.
Yeah, that's right.
But I don't want to get our fans mad. We barely got enough. There it is. We still trying to build them up. We don't want to get no hate group trying to boycott me and you.
Yeah, well, but it's very true. This was an older couple yesterday, and I said the thing about men, and then she was like, well, without a mother, you can't grow the seed. And I'm like, okay, that's true. So when I walk away, she starts talking to the husband, like getting the bread and like creasing the bread up and kind of throwing the bread. And I was like, wow, like women, I do not think that this type of mentality, this independent woman stuff, is good for women at all. I really don't think it is.
It's not, brother. And it's because a lot of them are single, and they say they strong, they independent, but really they unhappy and bitter. Let's keep it 100.
Yeah.
And there's a good book that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad recommended for us FY to read, Men of Steel and Velvet. You ever read that book?
No, sir.
Man, I had that book and I lost it in storage, but you can't find it. It's out of print. They still sell Fascinating Womanhood by his wife, but they don't sell his book. But he says in the book that, how we're taught in the nation that women not made to work, especially masculine jobs, being construction workers, where I used to do security at. I was sad to see this beautiful woman, Hispanic woman. She was a electrician, and I'm proud of her want to do that field, but she was pregnant too at work. And I was like, man, wow. And I didn't want to get, too much in her business. I wanted to ask her, was she married, because she pregnant, doing some manual work.
Wow.
Yeah, and that hurt me, and especially this is being Father's Day. I Googled this day because I wanted to see if it's one of the most hated holidays, which is not. I was surprised. I ain't gonna lie, I was surprised, brother. It's Columbus Day, Valentine's Day, and Christmas.
Wow.
Google it. Father's Day is way down the list, and I thought this be one of the most hated holidays, but to my surprise, it's not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brother, do you think that as fathers, why do you think it's so difficult for women after getting in that state where they're working, they're in the working field, they start making money, and what do you think it makes it so difficult for them to accept that if I'm gonna work like this, then that means that, well, what do you think it makes it so hard for them to get off of that thing?
Because they got used to depending on themselves. And then some women probably used to depend on a man and he left her. So they don't want to fall back into that, oh, I got to depend on a man again. So
Right.
they want to be self-reliant, self-dependable, So that's what I think it is. And I grew up in a single parent home, my mother, but I never heard my mother say, I don't need a man.
Yeah.
I never heard her teach to my big sister, you don't need a man. I never heard that. My mother wanted a man and encouraged my sister to find a good man, because my mom didn't like having to work. She didn't, but she knew you don't work, you don't eat. A closed mouth don't get fed. So she had 2 children to provide for. And my mom was not a masculine woman. I knew she was feminine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She was a strong Black woman, but she was feminine, She
Right.
worked her feelings. She she wanted to get her hair done and her nails done and wear her makeup, My mother was an attractive woman, and she is. And I'm talking like she's gone. She's not gone, for God, Allah forbid. But my mom was independent, but she was not masculine.
Yeah.
And she still accept that she wanted a man, but she admitted to me one day, even though she get a man, she still wanted to work because she don't want to depend on a man.
Yeah. Now, I agree with you on that. I think that the dependency, like in psychology and counseling, there's this concept called dependency, where if you get dependent on alcohol, you use it so much and you need it, and you need that thing. I can understand that. And then for a woman to say, well, I need to make money, I can understand that too, because depending on a man is not necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I do also understand, like in the case with my mother, the reason why my mother and father things started getting bad was my mother discovered she could not depend on my father. And as a young man, I saw some things that my father did in terms of he wasn't dependable. She couldn't depend on him because he wasn't dependable. And she was correct. He was not dependable. My problem I had was I judged him because of that. I judged him. And I didn't realize that I was making myself like that by judging him and not forgiving him and understanding why he was like that. Because for the right period of their marriage, he did work. He got a house for him. He pretty much did things the right way. And then I spoke to my mom. I was like, there's just some things she didn't know about. There's just some things she did not know about the good of men and the not so good of men. Do you think that if a woman was that, because I know you sent me and I'm thinking about getting on the singles TikTok, and it made me think about myself, like, well, what am I going to say and things like this. And do you think that you're a good man?
Do I think I'm a good man? I believe I am. But you know what, brother? One thing about me, I believe I am. It matters, and it don't matter what people say, but it does. What I mean, just quote scripture. Jesus never told his disciples or the people who he was.
Right.
He asked his disciple, who do people say I am? So it matters what I think of myself, because we gotta, I had one of my favorite Coach Sharp in Pop Warner football. And I was always slim. I lost weight to be on his, be an older but lighter on his team. But he instilled in us to be the best, you got to think you're the best.
Wow.
Right? And when we ran laps, he would run laps with us and make us do a clap and hit our pass, to be the best. You got to think you the best. Say what, and that was a chant. And then as if a while, we're top, the fruit is the best.
Right.
Right? Not so or mediocre. The fruit is the best. Right? So we got to have high self-esteem. We got to believe in ourselves, because nobody gonna believe in us like us. Right. But it does matter what people say too. Because if I think I'm this and that, and people say, oh, he ain't nothing but an N-word, he trifling, then I gotta look at that.
Right.
I might have to grab a mirror and look at, because my mirror might be broken. Right. So I need that mirror to look at myself. I'm like, man, I'm not as good as I thought I was. I'm not a good brother like I think I am. I'm not a good father or uncle or cousin like I think I am. So,
yes, sir.
So it does matter what people say, but at the end of the day, it matters what you think of yourself.
Yeah, and I've taken into consideration things that women I've been with have said about me. And then I listen to what my mom says about me. Things that she said about me, good things and not so good things. But I really listen a lot to the bad things that I've been concerned about it since I became a father. And I want to believe I am, because of the effect, when I'm at work or people can depend on me. But it's probably more important to me of what women say about me that I've been in a relationship with. And so based on that, if I was to bring them on to this thing and have them talk about all the low down shit I've done to them, all the shit that they say is low down.
Yeah.
I just have to sit there and just be like, okay.
Man, take it.
Yeah. Because I know that there's the way that they see me is not always just me.
Right.
Because relationships are a hell of a thing, man. They're a hell of a thing.
Right.
And it just reminds me of what the minister said on the Swan song when he was speaking about his wives. And he said, well, his children would speak about his character. And I thought that was fascinating, because when you talk to the children about the character of a man, see, it's not necessarily biased.
Right. Because they're going to speak the truth.
Yeah.
Right.
Women, they're going to say what they think they ought to say. Even about a man, the like of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who is a good man, shown up.
Right.
But what I was getting from him was just the drama of what his domestic life entails and how it affects women, and maybe what they would say. But I love how he represented Mother Khadijah, because this woman has never said anything negative about her husband.
Brother, I said that today from the rostrum today before I closed out.
Oh, praise be.
And I give respect to my mother. She never said anything negative about my dad until one day. I told you my relationship with my dad never been so good.
Yeah.
When I was 16, I went to my mom and I asked my mom, I said, why do I hate my dad so much? I said, no matter what, I try to like this dude, but I said, I got this fear, but hate for him. And then she shared that story that I shared with you, some previous episodes of our show, that, he put a gun to her head, then to her stomach. So, but my mom never said nothing till I went to her and asked her about my dad.
Wow.
When he wanted to see me, I didn't want to go see him. She's like, go see your dad. And she would say, there's a lot of children that don't know their dad, you know? So my mom never turned me against my dad till even when I went to her about my dad, she still didn't try to turn me against my dad.
Wow.
She always tried to encourage me to have an open mind and open heart, because at the end of the day, he's still my dad. And at one time she did love him.
Right. Wow, that's deep.
And see, brother, and what you saying to me, brother, and you said something that hit me, bro. How you say you was not trying to be like your dad, but you became him. That's me. I would judge my dad because I got two big brothers that two different moms I never seen before. Then it's me. Then I got a little brother, and then I got two little brothers that have the same mom. You know, those are my little brothers that's in prison. And I used to say as a youngster, I don't want to be like my dad.
Yeah.
You know, I said, man, and I asked him why he never married these women, because I believe my mom is a beautiful woman, and I saw my siblings' mothers, you know, except my two big brothers that I never met. I never saw their mother, but I believe they're nice looking. And I saw, like, man, these are beautiful women. Why you never married them? And this is what I think is an engram for me, because he said, son, and it stuck in my head, marriage is not for everybody, right? So me being a gang member, then joining the nation where marriage is not only in the nation, in the Holy Quran is strongly recommended and encouraged. Marriage is half our faith, it's half our Islam. So I never thought about marriage till I joined the nation. So I'm saying to you, how you said you was not trying to be your dad, I was the same way, and I became him.
Wow.
Even though my children are born out of marriage, I got 4 children from 3 different marriages. And guess what? My last two daughters I have right now is from my last marriage.
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
Wow.
Yeah. I became my dad. And that's something I thought about last night, and it frightened me. Like, wow. And I don't have the best relationship with my daughters. And now their mothers are MGT. Yeah. Or, you know, they're not active in the mosque, but my daughters was born in the nation.
Wow.
Imagine that. A FOI, MGT don't have a good relation. Yeah. We got to go to the white man. We can't even go to the mosque to settle our differences. We got to go to the white man court. You know, that's not our teachings. That's not Islam. But that's what we became.
Right. I really believe that what we expect, the early part of our life. And that's why I think why I believe that what we're doing is very important, because you never know what this conversation is going to spark about, because Dianetics is basically dealing with the negative stuff that happened to us. Mm-hmm. You know, preventative things can be done when we take accountability for things that we have done and then that we don't want others to go through. And I know that as men, particularly men in the nation, if we've been married at least once and have children, we can judge ourselves based on the current condition of our relationship life, because of course, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, the way he comports himself in his domestic life, the way his children speak of him, the choices he made, we didn't always make those type of choices. Mm-hmm. And so I do feel what you're saying in a very deep sense, because, you know, when my father and mother went their separate ways, and I started to think that he's not here, and then I'm looking at other families. And then my coach one time, my basketball coach, and I was on a state championship basketball team, and I started on this team. And my coach was looking at my grades one time. He was like, what's going on with you? Like, there was another brother on my team named Ron who had his father. And he was like, Is it because your father's not there? Like, why are you making these bad choices with your grades, knowing that you're so much better? And that hit me. I said, damn, that's probably true. That I probably have dad issues. And I never got a chance to address it with my father, because when I came into the nation at 18, I really fought, because I had basically stood up. I wasn't registered at the time, but I was getting ready to recite. My parents, we go to the Austin study group, and my father raises his hand. So here we are after 4 or 5 years of my folks being divorced. We're back in San Antonio, me, my sister, and my mom, and we're all in the same vehicle with my father just leaving the mosque. I was so excited. My family is possibly going to get back together. And then he kills himself right before I get registered.
Wow.
And, oh, brother, I was devastated, because my uncle ends up telling me he was going to join the nation.
Wow.
And I just really thought my folks were going to get back together, but I never had the opportunity to get that shit off my chest with my dad. I never did, because I was judging him, and I was hypocritical. I was all zealous and everything. But my sister, she would talk to him. She was like, you know, he just didn't understand why we joined the nation, but he finally understood, I guess. So I became like him. Those anger issues that I saw that he had, I had those issues. You know, and I didn't really learn how to control that, because I never even addressed it. I was judging him for it. That's why the Bible says, don't judge.
Right, man. Judge not, ye should be judged. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm learning that. And the reason I ask, are you a good man? Because it really does matter what we think about ourselves.
Yes, sir.
It really does.
You know, brother, I'm at the point in my life, you know, all praise due to Allah. I turned 46 last month.
Yes.
I care, but I don't care what people think or feel about me. You know, as long as you can say what you say, think how you feel, but as long as you don't put your hands on me, you know, just move out my way. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody ain't gonna like us. Some gonna love us, some gonna like us, some gonna hate us. You know, so I care, but I don't give a damn. You know, when I was a rapper, you both did music, and being in a student ministry class.
Yeah.
The minister said we don't speak for applause, you know?
Right.
So I want people to like what I present and what I share. But at the end of the day, if you don't like it, well, that's between you and your God.
Right.
You know, just like when I'm on the stage and I'm rocking the mic. If you don't like what I rocked, you don't like my song, well, that's between you. I might not be the one you like, you know what I'm saying? Because your favorite artist or your song, I might not like. That's how I feel now. Right. So I care, but I don't give a damn. You know, hey, you say what you say. Remember when we was children, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words would never hurt. Right. Even though words do hurt, because somebody could verbally abuse you, because especially when you love and care about them, that hurts. But at the end of the day, we got to move on. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, as long as you don't put, like I said, as long as nobody put their hands on me, say what you want to say. And I know when my followers grow on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, I know somewhere somebody must be talking about me. When random people start sending me friend requests, I'll say, oh man, I'm getting popular. All praise due to Allah. Somebody sending me some followers and some friends. And they really not, they coming on my pages to be nosy, but hey, it's just like if you was rapper, if nobody know you, you know what I'm saying? Nobody know you, but a rapper diss you on the track, and now you get more fans. You like, oh, thank you, man. But now I'm gonna do this diss track to get their ears and attention as well.
That's right. Yeah, because we really can't. We can't control what people think about us.
Come on,
we can't.
Right.
We can't control it. At least we're on their. At least we're on their minds.
Man, God forbid, if we thought about what everybody think and feel about us, God forbid we would commit suicide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, if I sat in here or man, I had my ex-wives slandering me on social media, people, believers inboxing me and sending me screenshots through text or inbox. If I would have listened to that, how they slander me,
Yeah.
and sometimes it was lies, and brother, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
I just look at it and be like, and sometimes if like you send me something because I know you and I got a relationship with you, my response be to you, well, what did you say?
Right.
Did you defend me or did you bear witness? Screenshot what you said. I want to see what you said, brother. I want to see if you say that's right, teach sister. Oh, trifling brother Damon, old nigga. I want to see what you said, brother. Then I know to unfriend you and block you too, brother.
Oh man.
But hey, brother, before we end the show, I want to say something.
Go ahead.
You know, you saying you're thinking about, participating in the single TikTok.
Yeah.
Don't think, do, brother.
Yeah.
My first minister, Raheem Muhammad, may Allah be pleased with him. He said to me one day, a man that don't look is a man that I worry about.
Yeah.
Even if we're not ready to get married, we should still look, because we never know. We might meet that sister that might inspire us to say, hell, I'm about to kill concrete.
Yeah.
So I'm looking, I'm not searching. It's different from searching. I'm looking, and we motivate ourselves. Who motivates the motivator? The motivated motivates him or herself. But sometimes we need that extra motivation.
Yes,
that sister. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like, damn, baby. I'm gonna go ahead and work 2-3 jobs where you.
Oh, right.
I'm about to start that lemonade stand I dreamed about.
I'm glad you said that.
There not be no FY, no damn lemonade stand. But I don't know. A brother might want to do that.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm definitely gonna do it now, brother. You're positive, peer pressure.
Yeah, because I want for my brother as I want for myself.
Yeah,
and I can think at your wedding, she's your queen to be.
Yeah, she's your queen. Yeah, I like that, man.
Yes, sir.
Well, brother, I always want to say this again, but thank you for all of your work that you do through the messenger and through keeping our schedule going.
Praise be to Allah.
Because it's given me an opportunity to know brothers that me, like Brother Dante, learning about his awesome experience and his family that he's growing. It's a beautiful brother. Brother Joshua, wonderful interview. Brother Rodney, brother, what was the brother? Brother Willie. Brother Willie's extremely
Student Minister Willie.
Yeah, student minister Brother Willie and student minister Brother Lee.
Yeah.
Those two really, it got me. I was like, man, it put me in a mindset to where it's like, you know what, I really do need to, as you say, start looking.
Hey, student minister Lee made me want to look.
Yeah. Brother,
every time they had the little singles, TikTok flyers, and the captain sent it out, I'll look at it and delete it. But Brother Lee, Fort Worth is a marriage mosque, so they strongly encourage us to get married and stay married, Yeah. So that's what that's his baby. That's his campaign. That's his, slogan, strong marriage, strong family,
Wow.
And I'm in his ministry class and I'm single. So, I got to get married, but, married for all the right reasons. I'm not gonna, I don't like using the word settle, because we settle on the best part of the planet Earth.
Right.
But I'm gonna, marry the woman I'm looking for.
Right.
Yeah. Not saying nothing bad about my ex-wives. They had qualities I like, and I probably had, I believe I had qualities they like. But at the end of the day, we were not compatible.
Right.
So now I know at 46 what I'm looking for in a marriage.
Right.
I know what I need and I know what I want.
Yes, sir.
I just don't need a sister that said she's a believer. I need to know her. and a doer. Know the word and do the word and practice it. You know, you gotta do it. In order to practice, you gotta do it. So
That's right.
you understand what I'm saying, though?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just no. Just
Well,
because you give me the greetings good don't make you wife material.
That's right.
Nah.
Well,
I know what I need now.
You just got me thinking about Brother Lee. I would like to hear about that. Like but the story behind that. Because that's I didn't know that. And I think that's potentially a good thing. I'm curious to hear about that, because I do believe that if he was doing that and he did that to kind of create that, you know, it's one thing, it's good pressure when you have somebody encouraging you to do what's right.
Right.
It's just good. And we should be married. It's half of our faith.
Right.
So we got to get it right. We
Right.
got to get our faith right.
and think about it, you know, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad wouldn't let brothers be laborers unless they were married. And I was told you have to have a house or working on getting a house.
Wow.
You couldn't be a laborer single. According, you know, what I was told, you know, and it's hard to speak the word of God as a single brother.
Right.
Or a single sister. Yeah, because, you know, this world, we live in a Satan world still.
Right.
Yeah, we fighting for Islam and we will surely win. But we need that mate that help us to fight, you know?
Right.
You know, be tag team. Whoop, there it is.
Yeah, whoop. Well, on that note, brother, I look forward to talking with you very, very soon in the near future. Wonderful discussion. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. And again, happy Father's Day, brother. And get on the singles TikTok next Sunday.
Yes, sir. I'm on it.
Yeah, yeah. So like I said, so I can sing at your wedding, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Happy Father's Day to you as well.
All right, soldier. Assalamu
Assalamu
alaikum.
alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.